We're gonna do advertisements for you and everything. And I'm like, I know the cost of a lot of this stuff. Like, okay, advertisements aren't gonna cost me $80 a year. You know, whatever advertisements they're doing is not gonna help my site. It's gonna help them out. And if I stop paying them, then it doesn't work. That's the biggest thing for me. Is like that month you don't pay because you ain't got it, it stops working. So whoever wants to pay you can no longer reach you, right? So it's like, do I want to run into this issue? And he's like, oh yeah, it's worth it, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna give you $150 back. So I was like, excuse me, sir. You're telling me like I'm gonna give you $150 deposit plus $50 a month for 12 months on a contract. And then he's like, we'll give you the $150 back. I was like, who gives a deposit back? He was like, oh, well, we're doing it so we can set up your page and everything. I was like, but like, why would you want that money back, right? You're using that money to pay the staff or whoever to make this. So like, why are you giving me
Math
damn
ain't
near
mathing.
damn near all the money back? Like, I'm like, I don't want it anymore. And I just started Googling and research. I was like, WordPress has to have some sort of workaround for this. Cause when I told him literally, I said, oh, that's like $680 a year. He was like, no, it's $50 a month. I was like, he was like, where'd you get that math from? I was like, they just added up all the months that I would need. Just,
Did 12 by what number you just said, and look at that
yeah.
math.
So then then the fine print, they cap it at 150 customers, right? So if I by the grace of God was able to service 150 customers, they want more money after that. Once I get to 151 and up, now they want more money every month. I'm like, no.
Mm.
Like, I'm not gonna get sucked into that trap because now I'm gonna become dependent on it. And then once I start really using it like that, they're gonna tell me, "Oh, we want a little more of that cut that you making now, sir." Like, no,
Right.
thank you.
I was mostly think if it because of the I probably shouldn't have said their name, but whatever, we're here now. Because it did say it was unlimited courses. So I was looking at it as like, okay, well, I can have my bigger course, if you will, the one that I want my clients to come into, but in case it's like I can have a smaller one that's more of like a lead magnet. So you're interested, here's a snippet of what you can get in the bigger course when you're ready to pay for that. But here's some valuable information on this level,
Mm,
you know. So then
mm.
that could be like, if it's not free, maybe that one's like $50. Because I went through one girl's course and one young lady's course, and it was, I think it was only available for 5 days. It had 3 modules, and they were short. Like each, I think it might have been like 3 or 4 videos in each module, and I think the longest video was like 8 minutes. And so she broke down, whatever she was teaching you in those modules, and then but you only had 5 days to complete the course. And then when she finished, she had a one with that company, and when she finished, you got a little certificate to say that you completed the course. And I was like, "Well, this is cute. I never got a certificate for completing a course. I think I want to give out certificates." And then, she was also trying to get you to opt into her bigger program, her bigger course. So we just all Reese cupped out today. That's how you feel.
Oh yeah, it's one of my many addictions.
Do you like the regular cups, or do you have like a funky version of Reese's that you like the white chocolate, or the Take Five, or the one that has all the big cup that has all the stuff in it, the Reese's Pieces, or you just like, if it's Reese's, give it to me?
If it's Reese's, give it to me. That's where I'm at with it. They've made one thing I do not like. Don't get the Reese's cake. It's new. I don't know why they made it because it tastes
Reese's
disgusting.
cake.
Yes, they have. It's called a Reese's Cakester. They cooked up with a little Debbie or something and made this little cake
Oh,
thing.
that. I was about to say
It's
Cakester
terrible.
sounds familiar.
It's
Is it
terrible.
like the
Don't get it.
chocolate cake and then peanut butter cream in the middle?
Yeah, it's terrible. Don't get
That's
that.
just
But
like the Oreos, the Reese's, where they combine with Oreos with the peanut butter cream, or maybe it's just supposed to be Oreos with peanut butter cream. Maybe they not didn't get together with Oreos, but either way, it was nasty. I didn't like the cream, the peanut butter cream in the middle. That was gross.
yeah.
But let me tell you something. They got some Chips Ahoy Reese's Cups cookies. Because they was
What?
like, oh, we gonna get with Sour Patch Kids, gross. We gonna get with Hershey's. If it wasn't downstairs, I would run and go get it for you. It's a blue pack, but half of it is orange, like your hat. I am addicted to those cookies. They are
It's
Chips
soft?
Ahoy cookies. No, they have the soft version. I don't like the chewy Chips Ahoy, but they do have the soft version. But it is the Chips Ahoy cookie, and they have the mini Reese's cups in the cookie. They got them at Walmart.
Oh.
Wait, no. Come back. The store will be there when we finish. We got to do the show.
Oh, my bad. I forgot we was still.
We live and you just done left. Let me find
Walmart.
a picture so you know exactly what you looking for.
Walmart
because
ain't
let me
that
tell
far
you,
from me.
Chips Ahoy. Because let me
Oh
tell
my
you,
gosh.
especially when we was deep in the pandemic and I found out what them cookies were, the addiction was so real. Mama, I can't find them no more at this Walmart. Can you see if they got them at your Walmart? I found the family size at the Family Dollar, so it's okay. You
Oh
see it?
yeah,
So of
yeah.
course that's
I
the chewy version. Now I do not like the Reese's Pieces version. They're not good. My mama accidentally bought those for me one time. Don't do that no more. I appreciate it, but don't do that no more. But I get this. There we go. I get this one,
okay,
the blue. But since you like
okay,
the chewy ones, you could fucks
yeah.
with those.
Chips Ahoy don't make a bad cookie either. They not.
Crunch. Let me tell you. Okay, you already know that inside I am a snack monster. Okay, it should have been a different size, but this is where we at. Anyways, this is what I like to do. I take them cookies, right?
Okay.
Crumble them up, not too small. I like pieces. I like to be able to
Cookie.
chew them, right? Then I get a couple scoops of vanilla ice cream, put it on
Okay.
top, put it in the
Okay.
microwave, melt it because I like ice cream soup.
Microwave.
I like ice cream soup. Not
Wait.
making it hot. We're just melting the ice cream a little bit.
So you like soft serve?
Ice cream soup. I said ice cream soup. So essentially what ends up happening is that I make a bowl of cereal using ice cream and cookies.
you.
Because the ice cream is that soft that it's just liquid at this point. It's soaking into the crunchy cookie.
It's damn near cereal.
It is cereal with ice cream and cookies. And I tears it up. And don't let me get fancy with it because my other favorite ice cream, well, not my other favorite, but my favorite ice cream is Moose Tracks, and it come with Reese's Cups in it.
Wait, I've never even heard of this.
Moose Tracks
Do they
is
have that
made
at
by.
Walmart too?
They got that at Walmart too. They got it
I
by
don't need no
what is it?
ice cream.
Mayfield, the yellow container. I think that's Mayfield. Another brand makes it too, but the one that I like the most is Mayfield. Moose Tracks is just vanilla ice cream, chocolate swirl, and peanut butter cups.
Ooh, with Reese's. Okay.
But it's not. They say peanut butter cups because I'm sure they're not in cahoots with Reese's. But either way, that's what Moose Tracks is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm
And
not gonna
it's
lie.
so good. So that way I'm getting the peanut butter in the cookie. I'm getting the peanut butter in the ice cream. I got a little chocolate swirled up in there. Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Let me tell you something. I don't know how I don't have diabetes, but thank you, Lord. Okay. But let me tell you, when I was in my relationship, everybody was like, oh, that's Happy Weight. That's Reese's peanut butter cookies.
Yes, that's
Ice cream
right.
cereal. That's what
Don't get
that
it
was.
wrong.
That was not
Don't-
him. Okay.
Don't get it wrong.
I was
Don't
not
get it
that
wrong.
happy. I was over there eating Reese's cups and
You go
ice
blame
cream.
this on the rightful owner of this, which is
Actual
Reese's, okay?
dietary issues, okay? Poor dietary habits. Not
Oh my
him.
gosh. Yeah, if I had to, like, when I find Reese's, if they have all of them, because usually Reese's done lately, they've taken over the candy section at the checkout stand.
That's why I
They've
asked if you
started
liked all the funky
infiltrating a
different
little
versions
more.
they have.
Oh, I
Yeah.
definitely do. But if I had to, like, okay, this the one I gotta grab it. I'm gonna
Mhm.
grab it. Like, it's got to be the big cup. Nothing's better than the invention of the big cup. I'm sorry.
Is it
It's it
anything in it or it's just a huge thing of peanut butter?
It's a huge thing of peanut butter. And here's the thing. It's like having a king size all in one. Think
Okay.
about it. King size, you get 4 cups.
Mm-hmm.
This one is just like 2 little miniature king sizes. It's the best flavor ever. It's just enough chocolate and just a little too much peanut butter, the way it's supposed to be. Oh, it's the best.
I need
And
to
now they
start
got a
back
big
buying
cup
them
with
at the store.
pretzels in it. Haven't
That's
had
why
that,
I
but it
asked.
looks appeasing. I haven't had that one yet.
I've
But
seen the one that has the
it
Reese's pieces in it, and I was like, I don't like. I don't know why it is. I don't. I like Reese's cups. I like Reese's peanut butter, but I do not like Reese's pieces.
I don't like Reese's Pieces either. I'm on the same wave. I don't like Reese's
I think
Pieces.
it's like
I
it's
could
too
care less
much
about it.
of that peanut butter and not enough chocolate. Because y'all trying to come for M&Ms and they don't do that. I do like peanut butter M&Ms though. Those shits is busted. Now that's my thing. I mean, when I'm at the grocery store or at the checkout
Oh
and the little
yeah,
candies over there,
peanut
I'm
butter
either
M&M.
gonna grab a Snickers or a peanut butter M&M. Peanut M&Ms is good too, but the
Yeah,
peanut butter ones
yeah.
slapping. Okay.
That's crazy. Why you would think because they're all Hershey's, you would think that M&M's would have just connected with Reese's and been like, "Yo, player, I'm
We
right
got
here.
our own thing. We got our
We in
own
the
thing.
same
Y'all split
building."
up. You can't be in our commercial because you ain't
Reese's
got the candy with the legs.
Reese's ain't even got a character. Like we can't compete
Exactly.
like
Y'all ain't got
that.
no characters. Y'all can't come over here. Our shit talk. Yours don't.
You know what? I might
You
have to
just
be
try to
like
get people during Easter with all them bunnies.
I might have to be like Pusha T and do a diss song for Reese's.
Who did? I saw something recently where somebody did it. Something. It was somebody crazy on Instagram that I saw that. That would be great. You should definitely do that. Where they did a diss track dealing with food. And I was like, what am I watching right now? But I sat there and watched the whole thing.
Yeah, it was probably Pusha T. That was the most recent one I seen. He
Yes,
doing
you're right. I heard it on the
the
radio where he
it's
did the
the
what was he down?
it's a
What was he talking
it's
about?
a fish sandwich. So I guess Arby's has a
Yes, I
fish
think it was
sandwich
against
now.
McDonald's or something like that.
Yeah, he was
Arby's versus McDonald's.
dissing the filet o
Fish,
fish.
yeah, I was about to say fish
Yeah.
fillet, but yes.
And
So he was.
everybody, I didn't expect this, but a lot of people rose up to defend McDonald's filet o fish. Now, I'm not gonna say it's a disgusting
I'm gonna
sandwich
say it.
because I've
I say it.
definitely ate it before
I
and been
haven't.
satisfied, but
I
I'm
don't
not
eat
gonna
fast food
sit here and
fish.
be like,
Hell no.
well,
Mm-mm.
I don't like fish patties. Like you go get me fish, at least let it still look like the fish. you know, like you
That's a
just
good
go
point.
give me a random patty and just say, "Oh, that's fish." Like, nah, I'm
And it's
cool. I ain't
shaped
never
like
seen
this.
us. Yeah, like a boot. Why am I eating the boot?
Oh
Well, if
man.
you haven't realized already, everybody out there, this is the Oakland Sunshine Network, and you are listening to the Domestic Athlete Training Podcast with your host,
Woo-hoo.
Anthony T. And
Blondie Lockhart.
right here, as always, every Sunday morning at 7 a.m. Technical difficulties or not, we will be here. And today, it's been a while since we've been on here, so I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to
Yes,
see your
me
face, Blondie.
too. Yeah, me too. I missed
All
you.
right. I missed you too. It's so much that's been happening, and I don't even know like what I want to talk about, where I want to start. I don't know. There's a lot going on, but
I had a
I
lot
think
too. We both have had a lot happen since we were last on.
yeah.
Oh,
But
first, before we keep going, I'm sorry. I want to shout out this wonderful child, young man, this wonderful young man. This is his line. It's called Dope Man. And dope stands for dominating on purpose every day. So I went to a conference and he was selling there. He's 16. And yeah, this is his little clothing line. I'm sorry, I have to change my language because it's not little. It's not little. But yeah, it's nice. It's like this like velour
ooh,
sweatsuit. It's
nice and
pockets. It's at
cozy.
the bottom. I'm gonna pull my shirt up, but it's got this, and then it's got it on the pants too. But I'm not about to show y'all that because what I got underneath this desk ain't none of y'all business. So, but yes, I really like this line. I'm gonna buy another one because I really wanted the red, but he didn't have it in my size, but I still wanted to support him. So yes, y'all go check him out. Dope man. Sorry, I just wanted to. He gave excellent customer service because see what had happened was I had bought one size and it was a 2-day conference and I went home and tried it on and I was like, ooh, she trying to get thick over here. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit these pants in the next month. So I should see if he'll let me exchange. And he did. He was very pleasant and everything. So yes, I just wanted to give him a shout out. So,
All right. Well, shout out to Dope Man
yes,
Apparel.
because I'm not a man, so mine says girl. So yeah.
Dope Man for the dope girls. He got everything. All right. Does he have a website?
I'm sure he does. I don't know it. I'm assuming it's
Oh, okay.
dopeman.com. So that's why I was just like Google, I guess. Dope Man
Okay.
Apparel. I
I
don't
mean, that
know.
seems like it would return quite a few. But anyways,
How was your week or your weeks have been? Let's go into that.
oh, it's been it's been a struggle. It's been a lightweight. It's been a lightweight struggle. I done had. Let me go all the way back to 2 Sundays ago.
Okay.
So I'm just now getting like a steady amount of customers with this new uh, piece of my business, I guess you could call it, whatever you want to
You got
call
a
it.
lot of pieces, Jesus.
It's- But yeah, so I'm using my car as a what do you call it? Like a limo service type thing, Uber type thing. Doing a lot of airport transfers. And these people tip amazingly. Let me tell you something. If I thought I
Okay.
was making money at my job, this week alone I've surpassed my job independently. And I'm like,
Come on,
and most of it is tips. I'm like, this is crazy to me. But I mean,
somebody. Excellent
people
customer service. That's what that
it,
is.
that that. So I'm a real stickler on keeping my vehicle nice, clean, tidy, and everything. And I had an early morning pickup, got it done, thankfully. Had another one scheduled, so I pulled over to get a little rest. Actually, I went to go to the gas station. So there's a Costco gas station near the airport. I'm not a Costco member, but my wife is. She gave me her card. She said I should be able to go there and get gas. I'm like, okay, cool. Pull up to get gas. I got a pocket full of cash, and they only accept card. And I've got nothing on my card. Like I've not enough to get no gas. It ain't even worth me speaking on. So I'm just on damn near E at the gas station, can't get gas. and and I'm tired at this point because it was like it was like 7 a.m. or something like that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just stop over here and take a quick nap, and then I'm gonna go to another gas station. But I just couldn't keep my eyes open. One of them things I didn't want to crash the car, right?
Smart.
Something happened where I guess I had left the car on and fell asleep, or something. I woke up, car not working, and I got all these other pickups to do for the day. And I'm like, don't tell me I got to cancel it. Because anytime I cancel one, depending on how close to the time I have to pick them up, they charge me. So it could be anywhere from $10 to the full amount. You know, so if somebody was trying to pay me $200 and I don't show up and it's like within an hour or so, well, now I paid the company $200 because I done messed up, right? And it makes sense. I don't have no issue with that. So all the rides I had weren't so close to where I had to do that, but it was enough money for me to be sad about it. So I'm just out of luck now. 7 a.m., cold as hell, at the gas station, thinking I need gas, actually, because the car ain't working. So I'm like, maybe I just need gas. It probably ran out of gas or something.
Mm-hmm.
I walk to a whole nother gas station from the gas station I'm at. I have to go buy a gas canister and 2 gallons of gas and then walk it all the way back, fill up the tank. Car still don't work. So I'm just here. I'm calling my wife. She pissed at me because now it's another cog in her schedule and everything. And I'm taking the verbal abuse. She get out there. We try to jump the car. It just don't want to work for me no more. I'm like, okay, well, I'm screwed. I have to cancel my whole next day, the rest of that day, because I don't know how long this is gonna take to happen. But
Right.
I get on the line with AAA, like, yo, AAA need a tow. They say, hey, we need a payment. I say, fuck. It's like we'll come out there, but it ain't gonna be for the membership fee for the low. It's gonna be for the full price. I was like, you know what, y'all can stay where y'all at. So
Why is that? What the freak?
I was
Is it because of
so
where you were?
no, it was because I missed the payment for the month, right? So
Oh,
with
okay.
AAA, I have AAA insurance and AAA what's it called? Roadside. Two
Mm-hmm.
separate things. So insurance is
Gotcha.
paid, but the roadside portion of it had literally just expired maybe the month before because you pay for the full year.
Mm-hmm.
So they want another payment for the year and I haven't paid it yet. So they're like, well, we're sorry. Like, you gotta, I'm like, I didn't even have to use it the whole last year. So that's really why I'm upset. It's like, I
Can't
didn't
give
even
me a
have to use
credit? What the fuck? I done paid y'all and didn't even call y'all. What?
so now I'm like, I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. So my wife, she call up a tow service come out. We pay the tow service, same price we'd have paid AAA's anyway. Get the car and they asked me where I want it towed. I'm like, you know what, let me be smart about this. I'm not gonna tow it to the house because now I'm gonna need another tow probably. Let me just tow it right to the shop. I towed it to the shop. Get all the way to the shop, did not realize my window was down. While we were trying to jump the car, it came on a little bit of the electronics, but we rolled the window down so we could talk. Never rolled it back up. And of course, it's been rainy. So now my car just at the shop, window wide open. I took all the valuables out, so if somebody wanted to break in, they could have fun. I was already ready for that part. But a whole night, I'm thinking, please don't rain, please don't rain, please don't rain, and it's a full on shower. Oh gosh! So I finally get to the car and the shop is open. I let them know the shop. Let me tell you about customer service. Before I could get cool into like really like what might be wrong with the car because I really don't know. He like, oh, 2020, we can't do nothing with that. You gotta take that to Mazda. Sir, you work on cars here. Finish hearing me. I didn't say the engine was broke. I said the car just don't start. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do some troubleshooting. Like I don't expect you to have
Some
parts.
type of diagnostic? Come on, not damn. Can you at least take a look at it?
He was just
You done already said no before we even got started.
yeah, he straight up didn't want to touch it. He was like, "It still got a warranty." I was like, sir, like these things I understand. You are the closest shop to me. I come here for oil changes. Can you please see if the back because you guys sell batteries, just see if there's something wrong with the battery portion of the car. The rest of it you can't fuck with. I get it. Let's just handle this electrical part though that I know you can handle. Sure enough, the guy gets in it, replaces the battery, no problem. Well, okay, stressed me out all week because now my whole driver's side of the car full of water. So now I gotta go, do the whole detailing, clean it up, get the smell out and everything. It was just it depressed me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't like
A
being in
lot.
situations like that. Yeah, it was a lot. It took up my whole weekend. And I drank all weekend because of it. Let me get a few bottles of
Drown your
wine.
sorrows in something.
Because I missed out on a good amount of money. Like I had that week, I had got up, I had surpassed my goal for the week, and I was well into like doubling it. And then I had to cancel all the rides, and I was like, well, now I got to work even harder than it because that was like my goal. I was like, well, if I double it this week, I could go a little slower next week and be cool because I need some rest. I'm sick of being up for so long. But hey, it is what it
Not you,
is.
not Mr. I'm scared to go to sleep because I may miss something.
No, I'm not scared to go to sleep. I just don't want to sleep until I'm absolutely tired. And I don't tend to
Whatever.
be absolutely tired until about 48 hours. Some people need rest every 24 hours. I need it every 48.
Let me tell you something. I went to bed last night just to make sure I could be up and be somewhat crispy today. Okay. So let me go to bed at 12 because I know at midnight because I know I need to get up my time 9 so that way I can somewhat almost hopefully be on time. Some days it happens, some days it don't. We here. That's
Yeah,
all that matters. So,
yeah,
but yeah, I need a good 8. I need a good 8 hours
yeah. I
before
could
we go
run
into the next day.
next 24.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think I could say if I added up all of my naps, I'd probably get a full 8 hours. But I just don't want them straight. I don't like them straight 8 hours.
I need them
Because
straight,
because
straight
see,
up.
see, do you ever feel fatigued after sleeping for so long? Like, oh, I want to go back to sleep. It's like that's how I be. I be so tired. Oh, how long I slept? 8 hours. Why am I? I be too tired when I sleep for 8 hours. I wake up like, man, I need a little more rest. Next thing I know, I done slept for 12. Ain't got shit done. It's so
Yeah,
into the sleep.
that happened yesterday. I had to take my sister to the airport at like she needed to be there at like 5 in the morning or something like that. But I didn't actually. My cousin ended up taking her. I didn't end up taking her. But then, yeah, that's what it was. The flight got canceled, so I had to go get her. So I ended up going to get her at 5 in the morning or 6, I think, because the sun was starting to come up. And I got back home and I was like, my mind was racing because I had so many ideas of, oh, I can do this and I can work on that and what I didn't finish last night or whatever. And then it was like, or we could go back to sleep. And I did. And I was like, well, I don't really need to set an alarm because it's Saturday. You know, I got time to get this done, get that done, whatever. I was down. I was down for hours. I was like, because I got back in the bed when I got her back home, and then we ended up eating breakfast because we stopped and got some Chick-fil-A on the way back. And we ended up eating breakfast and stuff. And I think I probably went back to bed. Like I said, the sun was up. So I think it was like, we'll say 7:30, 8 o'clock or something. And I laid back down. I think I got up when I decided to get up and start my day. I think it was 12.
Yeah.
I woke up before that because it was like, oh, I think I gotta pee. And then we're gonna go back to sleep. And I was like, I didn't even do nothing. Like she was the one who was at the airport trying to coordinate, get her life together, make sure she could get on the flight. The flight was canceled. How she gonna get back? All of that. She the one who had all that mental anguish going on yesterday. I just woke up and was like, oh, you don't need me to take you to the airport? Here's some mental things that you should have in your bag. You know, just run off the checklist. You got this. Okay. All right. Love you. Safe travels. Going back to bed. And then you got to woken up to say, hey, come get me because the flight got canceled. And yeah, don't know how that happened, but I was tired. I was tired.
Yeah.
I felt great afterwards, but what you said about not getting nothing done, when I went to bed last night, I was like, see, if I didn't sleep so long, but it felt so good to get that rest.
I slept one day. I was in my driveway and I had passed out. I was so tired. I was still in the car, knocked out. Woke up, didn't even realize where I was. I was like, what the hell? Because all I did was open my eyes.
Passed out in the driveway.
And when I opened my eyes, all I saw was like open field. I was like, what? Am I dreaming? It's like, didn't make
Is
it
there
worse.
an open field near your place?
Yeah, right in front of my parking lot. There's like a little field.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, how did we get to a field?
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, I just woke up hella confused. Like, what am I doing? Did I get in an accident? Where?
I done slid somewhere.
And then what make it worse? When I got out the car to walk to the house, was I realized kind of where I was. Somebody walked by. Hi, Anthony. I'm like, who the fuck know me?
I am still getting my bearings. Who are you? Who is you?
One of the only neighbor here I know, he walked by and said, I almost flipped on.
Break yourself, fool. Who is you?
Oh, man.
That is hilarious.
Sometimes I sleep too hard. I wake up, don't even know where I'm at.
That's what I was about to say. You wake up all discombobulated. What?
I did that once because I slept on the floor. Woke up, I was like, where am I? This ain't my house. Oh, I'm just on the floor. I'm good.
I just ain't been on this part of the house, so I'm not on this level. You down there where the dog is. Like, what? Oh, this is what it looked like from her angle. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
A mess. Oh, mess. I need my rest. I'm not gonna be good for nobody, including myself, if I don't go to bed. So.
And then, so been trying to get myself back into the rhythm, back into my thing. And because of the drinking, my lower back um, gave out on me, and it's not anything to do with like the back. One thing I've noticed as I've started to learn my body over the years is that your liver is located at the lower part of your back. So when you do a whole lot of drinking and your back starts to ache, it's your liver letting you know, hey, I'm working overtime. Sit down somewhere.
Wow.
Yes. Because every
Never
time
knew
that,
that. Learned something
yeah,
new.
yes. So this is something that I've only recently learned because of fitness, because I smoke and I drink, but smoking really doesn't have an effect on me. It's the drinking that slows me all the way down. And for whatever reason, when you drink alcohol, your liver literally shuts down for 48 hours, does nothing for 48 hours because you've just given it all of this alcohol, this toxicity. You've given it all this poison, and it said, oh, this is, I can't fuck with that. And it just lets whatever is going to happen. And then the next probably 2 days after that is when you start to feel that lower back pain, and it makes you feel like, oh, I need to stretch my back or I need to do some exercises. And no, that's your liver this time, not your actual pain in your back. So needless to say, it made everything more difficult. I didn't work out because of it, because standing up, I don't know what it is. Like it literally feels like something is like in your back, like your spine or something, like any other
Hmm.
back pain when you have that lower back pain. But you can't stretch this out. You just got to deal with it. It's right there.
Wow. Mm.
Yes. So for
Learning
those of
so
you out
much.
there, there's some people I've seen who drink all night and will get up and work out. I don't think I'm that guy.
Yeah. I was about to say, you gonna try to build up that stamina? You're like, no.
No, I'm not. Like I just gotta not drink. Like I did slightly think of. I was like, I could be that. I can't do that. That's
It's not my
that's too much.
ministry.
It's not at all. But like I've literally seen people who like will go to the gym lit, have a great workout session, and I don't think it's very effective because their liver isn't doing anything, but they in there.
Yes, I said we're gonna work all the rest of this stuff so it can help the liver when it decide to clock back in. Then you just feel
Yeah.
sore everywhere. Maybe that's what it is. You know how it's like, oh, if your finger hurts, then stub your toe or something. So then you focused on
Yeah.
your toe, you're not focused on your finger. So maybe that's what it was. I'm gonna make the rest of my body sore.
Yeah.
So then when my
Has to
liver
be.
start hurting, I don't even notice because everything else hurts. So it's fine.
Exact. Has to be. Has to be. But I'm glad I learned that though, especially now because there's been many a times where I've drank and like thought nothing of it and just been like, why is my back hurting so much? And now I know.
Wow. Learn something
Oh
new
my
because I
God.
had no idea. Are you
Yeah.
sleeping now? You all right?
No, I'm hot now. This light burning me up.
Okay. I didn't know. I was like, don't tell me it's nap time. We still got
Nah.
back there 20 minutes to go. Hold on.
Oh man. But yeah, so yeah, I've been in the pivot hard this week. I'll say it like that. Just trying to keep some money flowing in, trying to keep some business coming in, and just been trying to provide the best customer service I can with all these hats I wear.
Understandable. Understandable. I'll say on my end, my couple weeks have been pretty awesome. Hallelujah. So my coaching program, they had a
Oh, I
conference.
want to hear all about this conference.
So I went and I had no idea what to expect because I'm like, what are we doing here? Like nobody said. It was just like, hey,
When
we're
I
having
saw it, I was like, where is she at? I was like, what
I
is I was like, she
was
got I
like,
thought
oh,
I was like, she got a job. What is
hell no. It was like, hey, we got this boot camp coming. Y'all need to be there. Y'all need to be there. And I'm like, what's supposed to be happening? And I asked somebody when I got there, and it was her first time too. So she didn't know either. We just kind of looking at each other like, I guess we gonna find out. All right. Okay. But it was cool. They kind of it was just very informative. And then the interesting thing when I finally caught on to some stuff, you can hear stuff the same thing, and when you're in a different space mentally, it hit different. So
Mhm.
one of the things that Marquell had said, one of my business coaches is Marquell, and during his time, he had mentioned something about like your inner 7-year-old is who kind of makes all of your choices, like is making choices for you today. So you kind of have like 7-year um, increments. So the best way to explain this, using his example, was that if you are, let's say, all the things that you learn about relationships happen from 1 to 7, the things that you pick up. That's when they say like children are like sponges. So using a man, for example, you in the first grade. Hey there, boy, how many girlfriends you got? You got girlfriend? Yeah. How many girlfriends you got? I got 3 of them. And they like, oh yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. You got 3 girlfriends. So you learn that because that's what the OGs are saying to you when you're like 7. Now you get to 14, you're in middle school, high school. I don't know how old people are, I mean, what grade people are in when they're 14. But at that age, you got 2, 3 girlfriends then too. You know, you a player, you out here because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you are as a man. Then you get to 21, you might have a couple baby mamas because that's what you do. You've been out here with all these different women, and that's what it is. Then you get to 28, whatever 7 times the next one is, and keep going. Then you might not be able to stay faithful in your marriage because what you've been taught, what's ingrained in you, is that you're supposed to have multiple women. So you focusing on one woman does not work. And then he did an example the same for a woman as well, saying like, oh, you need to get with a man who got some money. Fast forward into life, you've been dealing with drug dealers or men who may not treat you the best, but financially they appear to be financially stable because that's what you were taught as a young child. And that is your inner 7-year-old still making decisions for you. When I first heard him say that, I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I get it, I guess, but where my mind state is now, and I'm actually starting to look at my life and things around me and stuff, the patterns that I have based on is like, I think, yeah, my inner 7-year-old made that decision, or that's where I get this mental hang up came from. I may not know the exact instance, but it happened, something happened in my childhood, and that's why I react to that this way. Some, not necessarily, and everything that, trauma is a big trigger word and things like that. It doesn't, trauma doesn't have to be bad all the time. I know, well, I don't, maybe that's not the best way to say it, but my point is the things that trigger you don't always have to be bad. It may be something good, but you respond to that because of something as a child, not necessarily
Right.
like it's good for you now, but that's why you respond to the way that you do. So I was just listening to that, and it was a lot of just, oh, we laughed. Oh, we cried. It was a black ass good time because everybody in the room was black. So we swag surfed. There was some other music playing. It was just the DJ was trying to bust our eardrums, and he was another young man who was, but he was, I'm assuming he was in high school or something. He was a child. I do know that. So they were making sure to like put the children on too, because again, stuff that you see in your childhood, like just imagine where we would be right now if we saw, because we're, for those who may not know, we're the entrepreneurs in the family. There may be some more, but we claiming that title. So if we had have seen a version of us as children, that might have made parts of our journey a little bit easier, because this is real, this can happen, versus we just kind of had to like, I have this dream, I don't know how to do it, but I have this dream.
You know, hello. Uh-oh, you paused. You froze on me.
Hello,
I hear you,
can you
but
hear
you
me?
still
Am I back?
frozen. You back, but okay, now you're back. Okay.
I'm moving on my end. Oh, okay. I was about to say, what happened? Everything just started swirling on my end. I was like, wait, what? I didn't touch nothing, I promise. But yeah, so either way, if we had a, who knows where we would have been in our life if we had have been to something like that, or just been around another entrepreneur in the family showing us that it's possible. We're figuring
Yeah,
certain things out, whereas somebody ahead of us
that's
who could have done
crazy.
that, they could have saved us some, even if it was just belief that like, oh, this is real because so and so did it. So I've seen that. So that was really
You
cool. But
know,
it was great. It was, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say that's actually kind of true. Because if I think about it, I went to school in high school. My magnet program was business and technology. So it was all about networking, computers, and somehow they was doing business, but I never got that from them. I'm sorry, I just don't remember. Oh, I did because they did a whole lot to get us to learn how to uh manage a checkbook. I guess that's business. It's basically um
I guess you got to know
keeping
your
track of
numbers
your
to stay in
finances.
business.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So bookkeeping, yeah, okay, business, bookkeeping. That's business anyways, right? I guess that's all. But not long after that, because obviously my mom and dad, my dad kinda, I guess, worked for himself, but he was a contractor. So I don't know how to, I don't think I ever really witnessed that. But I can say my sister and her husband are what I saw as entrepreneurs, because he was a DJ and he would travel and he would set up shows, book his own stuff. I watched all of that, and yeah, so that makes total sense. And I still think about that. That's like one of the most prominent things that I can think of as far as like an example of somebody in my life who's an entrepreneur, where the rest of the people were just 9 to 5, keep a steady job. So yeah, damn, I ain't never think about it like that.
See. But it was really cool getting to network and seeing those people, because we do have coaching calls, and you'll see these people on Zoom, but they're all over the country. So it was cool. I made a boot camp buddy. His name is Javon. He's from Denver. So that was dope. And he is actually a photographer, videographer, and his focus is real estate photography.
You ever
So
been to Denver?
I have. I have.
Denver is dope. I like it out there.
I wish I had have done more when I went, but thankfully it still exists, so I'll be able to go back and do more. So yeah, it was
Yes,
one of those
beautiful.
situations. It wasn't bad, but it was just one of those situations where I would have, when I go places, I like to do stuff that I can't do when I'm here.
Right.
So it was like, oh, we did go to the dispensaries, of course. That was about the only thing. But it was like, oh, let's go to dinner. But we went to dinner. Like one of the times we went to dinner at like a hibachi restaurant. We can get hibachi here in Atlanta. Why are we having hibachi in Denver? Like, I don't know what's like a native to Denver, like type of, I ain't trying to have elk or whatever big
Well,
animals
see,
they use.
that's
But
the thing when you go to places like that, right? Like you come from an area that is in big city inspired for the most part. So all those little small towns, they're trying to get to where y'all at. So what is it really that they
no,
can
I mean, in
offer?
the
It's gonna be things like that, you know?
no, I get that, but I'm saying in the sense of like, okay, when people come to Denver, what is like a rush? What is something I can get from Denver that I can't get from anywhere else outside of the dispensary? That's what I'm saying. So like we could have gone snowboarding or at least gone to the snow. We didn't do that.
Oh, God. Okay,
So it
yeah.
didn't. I get it. Like the food, I'm not gonna go to Denver and have McDonald's or have Applebee's or something like that. So
Yeah.
I
You
get
want
it.
to
We
get a
did end up.
Denver omelet.
I hate omelets, but hate is a strong word. I just, when it's like, oh, make your own omelet, I'm just gonna end up making cheese eggs. So we just need to just get more cheese. It's like, oh, you want some peppers? No, onions? No, this? No, 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 no. Cheese
Ma'am,
eggs.
we make
Cheese
omelets here.
eggs.
I'm not cooking no cheese eggs for nobody. I make omelets. You go put a vegetable
But
or
yeah,
something
so
up in this.
I'm gonna skip your section. Then that's what I'm gonna do. Let me go down here to this waffle maker. How about that?
This ain't
But
cheese
yeah,
eggs. This is omelet house.
so
Not
crazy.
scrambling nothing unless it's gonna be an omelet.
Omelet, okay. But yeah, so the event was really cool. Like I said, getting the network and stuff, and then that leads into what happened this a couple days ago. So I actually ended up, you always need to be networking. First of all, because I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, if nothing else happens, I'm going to network my ass off. If I don't do nothing else, I don't know what we're supposed to be learning. I don't know what's supposed to be happening, but I'm going to be in these people's faces. And that's my thing. I always was like, oh, I'm not good at sales. It's not that I'm not good at sales. I can sell myself, but it's better. I can sell myself easier in person than I can over the phone. Well, over the phone is pretty cool, but like through an email or through social media or something like that, when I get you face to face, I can be captivating enough to where you'll be interested in usually something I have on. So that's why when I was like in retail with clothes, I could wear the stuff and then I have a nice personality. So I'm a pretty dope personality. So then they'd be like, oh, I like what you have on. Let me show you where it is over here. When I was in jewelry, listen, I don't find diamonds to be a necessity. So I'm going to sell enough so I don't get fired.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then my manager, I was doing her job as the manager. Like I was the assistant manager, but I would handle everything that I could. So I couldn't do the manager meetings, but pretty much running day to day in the store, I did that. And she didn't want to do that stuff, of course, when she had me there. So she was like, okay, well, I'm going to fudge the numbers to make sure you can stay so you can keep doing my job. You just, and it would trip me out when I would have like a day off or something. And it was a store full of black people with one white manager who has a black man and a mixed child. So she was sister. No, put your hand down. Either way. So she would actually like pressure some of the other employees and just be like, they up by the register. You know, she helped you out a lot last week. Maybe you should split that sale with her. You should do that. And they'd be like, she did help me. Okay. You know, like I didn't know she was doing that. I thought she was just splitting her sales with me, but she would actually get, and the other employees really liked me as a manager versus her. They would always want to work with me. But of course, I can't be there 7 days a week. She had to work too. So, you know, they would do it because they wanted to help me. They didn't like helping her. They wanted to help me because they liked working with me. So they would do that. But then I didn't realize she was doing that until one time. Sorry, we done got way off topic, but I had to tell this part. It was my birthday. And I love my birthday. I love gifts. It's a holiday, everything like that. And a lot of the people had gotten me gifts at work. And I'm like, oh, this is so nice. I ended up working alone with one lady. And she ended up telling me, she was like, yeah, I got you something because, you know, the manager's name was Angela. It doesn't matter. She ain't gonna see this. Because Angela told me, you know, that we need to get you something. And I was like, what? Like, she felt pressured to get me a birthday gift because the manager was like, y'all need to get her a gift. What you getting her? And I'm like, oh my God.
I like her management style. I ain't even mad at it.
I'm thinking y'all just want to get me a gift just because I'm me, because I'm cool or something like that.
What's the word I'm looking for? She made it a comfortable workplace while bullying everyone.
Yes, yes, yes. I was like, oh, okay. But she didn't bully me after, you know, once I realized what was going on with them numbers that was not in my favor. I'm going to be honest, I was that person when it was in my favor, it was cool. When it wasn't in my favor, hold on.
Uh-oh, you froze
She worked 60 hours a week. You can't hear me? Hello?
Okay, you back.
I'm still froze? Oh, okay. I'm like, hold up. She worked 60 hours a week. I work 40 hours a week. How is her goal half mine? How does that compute? So it always looked like she was blowing it out the water because all she really had to do was sell one item per day, you know, $1,000 item. But yet still my number is like 3,000. Wait a minute, bitch. I was supposed to do $3,000 a day and you got me in the back doing payroll and all this other shit, trying to get the schedule together, ordering inventory. What? Excuse me, ma'am? And she was helping me because she was a salesperson, if you will. Well, I mean, we all were, but you know, she was really good at sales because she had that good bully pressure going on. She would do that to the clients too and pressure them into buying stuff. And I'm just like, I don't want no return. So if you really want this, go ahead and buy it. If you don't, we'll be here, you know, whatever. No, you're not supposed to do that. That's not how you sell diamonds. And I was like, I'm not doing this, okay? You want it or not? Like, what's up? Either way, so back to this weekend. So I was like, I need to network. I'm in front of these people. I have a dope personality. These people are going to love me. I'm me. Who doesn't love me? So I'm like, I had that mentality. I'm talking to people, networking, whatever. And I ended up connecting with one person who was so when we both joined the coaching program, it was last September. And I've changed what I offer since then and stuff. And he knew about that. Well, because I had said it on the calls and stuff like that. So I actually ended up getting on a call with him on Friday, and I made my first. Well, it's not even my first sale. So this it goes back to the inner 7-year-old. I don't know.
It's
I
a
don't
new
really.
month.
It's a new month. It's a newer and improving me, but I don't always like, oh, let me celebrate myself, accolades. So they did have an award ceremony, and I actually qualified for like 2 or 3 awards, but I was like, it's fine, I don't need that, like I don't have to do that.
Oh
But
yeah,
they having another one in September, and guess
I
who gonna
don't
be on
fuck
that
with
stage getting their
awards anymore.
accolades? Say what?
I don't mess with awards anymore after the Oscars. Keep that.
This was before all of that. Okay. This was literally the Sat Friday and Saturday before that popped off. So
Accolade me. You don't need none of that.
so yeah. But that was really dope that I was able to make that connection. I've connected with some other people, engaging on social media. It's just things are just really looking up and moving in the correct direction, which I appreciate. And I mean, I'm telling Jesus I appreciate it,
Oh,
but
you froze
I'm next.
again. You
I'm
froze
not
again.
doing anything.
Okay, you're back
Why
now.
we always got to have a problem? I don't understand. We can't have no smooth show. I was like, the
You got
camera ain't cut off this time. We doing really good, but
got too many people on the internet over there. You gotta let them know. Hey, gotta.
I don't even think anybody's here right now, and the animals don't know how to use that.
Oh, I was about to say. I was like, usually when it slow down like that, that means somebody watching Netflix or something. It's like, oh, it's about to get bogged down.
Let me turn off my on my phone. Maybe that'll help, because I know I use the most. I think I told you that before. I was like, "Why the internet running slow?" And
Oh
then I
yeah,
looked
you
at it
did.
and I was like, "I'm the one that
Yeah.
used the most internet."
These are all my devices.
My cell phone is number one, and that is how I do most of my work. So,
I get so mad at myself when my cell phone connect to the Wi-Fi. I be like, why is you doing this? You got your own internet I pay for. Don't be connected to my Wi-Fi. That is for home devices.
I connected on there because I don't want that bill going sky high. So
Yeah,
I don't know what to. It
and then
say
I be
unlimited, but
mad.
it's a limit to the unlimited.
Yeah, then I'd be mad because then when I don't have it connected to Wi-Fi, I'd be like, hey Siri, find my phone. She'd be like, player, you ain't connected to the network. Sorry,
That's when
Siri.
that good iPhone come into play, and I'll be like, I mean, not Apple Watch. Did
Nah,
Siri just say something?
yeah, she finding my phone. My bad.
As if it's not right there with you. Crazy. A mess. Either way, things are really looking up and moving forward. And then when I just picked up my phone to look at it, somebody just messaged me on Facebook and was like, "Hey, I just went through your photo," and I'm like, because see that first part of the message, it's not. I'm not leery, but it does. How do I put it? When you're in the same industry as me or close enough to it to where you're using the same terms that I use, that's when I'm like, what is the rest of this message say? You trying to sell me something? What is that? And
Yeah.
it may not be. I don't know, but just hey, I went through your funnel. What you know about a funnel? What you over here? What you trying to say? What you trying to do?
Yeah. You
What
know
you talking about?
that recently happened to me on Instagram. I got 2 or 3 messages. I'm like, oh, somebody's interested, right? First message was one of those, we want to make you an ambassador. Delete.
Yes.
Next message was a dude, you my daddy in jail, buy his albums to support. Delete.
Wow. I did not know that's what you was gonna say. Buy
I
his
literally got
album.
a nigga in my DM with a photo of his daddy's CD, letting me know he in jail, he needs some money, support him. Here's the album.
Wow.
I'm like, why is he showing me a CD? The nigga ain't got a link. I don't know. Anyways.
Wow.
So delete. And then the next one, it starts really stupid. It was like, can I find it? It was like 2 messages. The first one was like, hello, and then the next one was like something. Let me see if I can find that one because I think that one might actually still be in here. Nah, it's deleted. But
because I post
but
so many
yeah,
products, I'm always getting that ambassador stuff, and I'm
but
like, I don't.
it
I
was
want you to pay me.
yeah, it was like, so when I get a message, I don't automatically assume anything. I try not to. but it was one of those pages where it was like, okay, the description is like, oh, I help people create six-figure incomes. No link. So I'm like, okay, so is this a scammer or is it not? And then half the photos are of like this woman like trying to be sexy. Like, so I'm like, so what is your business? Like, cause if this is a business page, then you be talking about business, but you over here looking like you might be trying to flirt. So like I'm weary of the
Trying to boost your
message.
OnlyFans. Is that your
Yeah.
business?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what is it?
You
So
gonna clap
like
cheeks and that's how you get people to six figures? What's
so
happening?
I get maybe two or three messages in with it and realize this must be a scam or a bot or something. But it didn't ever get to the point of like, oh, I saw you, I want to help with, you know, it's like if you don't get there, I'm just gonna delete the message. Like, what is we talking for?
Understandable, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, that
I'm
was a
starting my DMs for nothing else but some business. Cause
yeah, I
no.
was so upset. I was like, what the heck? Because if it would have been a flare, I'd have been like, "Hey, baby, look at this shit. Somebody like me. Look,
You so crazy.
say something to him. Say something to him. Say something to him."
See, I still got it. You see, I still got it.
Nah, not even that. Like, I'd be excited so we can like talk shit. like, like, how big are your toes? Just see how far we could go to make them laugh. Just laughing at shit. We don't care.
Oh my goodness. How big are your toes? Wow.
I like 2-inch toes. You gonna work? Nope. Just say some old silly stuff. Like, why? I used to do that. I was wrong for this. But on dating apps, I didn't take them serious. If somebody wrote me, oh, I would roast or flame them when they got in my DM.
What the
I talk shit
hell?
because I thought it was silly to look for somebody online for the longest time. And
Then
then
what
some of
did
the
you get on there for?
exactly to play games. What you think I got on there? I was having fun with
You
it.
took time
I
out of
took
your
it.
day to create a
You
profile just to go be a bully
Yeah, because
on the
it
dating
was
app.
like a chat line. Remember the chat line, the old school chat line where everybody was
Yes.
lying to each other. That's what I looked at it like. Okay, we all lying on here too. Then let's do it. It's like I create a profile, make it funny, and then you come to me and like, all right, well, this is your turn now.
Wow.
Let me, but sometimes it wouldn't be like in a negative way, but sometimes
You said roast them, so I
the
just thought it was like, girl, look at them big ass
nah
teeth. Wait a minute. I'm trying to
nah
find love, and you gonna talk about my
But,
teeth?
but that was something I would do sometimes. So like sometimes you know people will have on their profile not looking for a relationship, just looking for a friend, blah 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 blah. All of this to say that you just fucking. And and I get in there and
Basically.
then I'll write some people on here really looking for love and you messing up the algorithm.
I can see how that would be funny. I'm not gonna lie. Now you put it that way. I can see how that would be kind of funny.
Just it's like what does it matter? And then I was like, come to my show.
You thought that was funny? Come see me in person.
And they show up. So it was
And some people do use it for like networking or like to promote their business.
I
I
think
remember
it's a
there's a
better way to do it, to be honest, because you're way more vulnerable there. And if I could get your attention in that aspect, it's almost like having an app full of friends, you know, because oh, he funny. I'm gonna go follow him. You know, like it works in that. I can't see every business, obviously, but at least for that.
for it was a radio personality who I saw, and I'm like, is this a fake page? Why are you on here? Why would you be on here? And then I realized the entire profile is just him promoting himself. So then when I
Yeah.
was like, I'm done with this dating shit, but you know what? I still could promote myself. So I started
Yeah.
putting my business stuff in there. They let that shit fly for one day, and they was like, hey, we took all that shit down because it seems like you're trying to sell something on this app. So no. So then I just put in my bio, like, I'm here to network
Yeah.
and this is what I do. Go to my Instagram or whatever. And then I just ended up deleting the whole thing because I was like, I'm not going to be able to make a connection with these people because I just didn't want to delete the profile. I was leaving the profile up so that way they could match with me and then see what I was doing and then go follow me on Instagram and then possibly end up working with me later or whatever. But I was like, this is dumb. My next client is probably not going to come off of Tinder. So let me get
Yeah.
off of here. because that Tinder is definitely we here to fuck. What's up?
Yeah.
And I'm
You know,
like,
it's
not that.
I
So
I met my wife on an app, but I don't technically think the app brought us together. It's odd how it
break
happened.
that down. Uh-huh.
So, what's the name of the app? Plenty of Fish. That was the app.
Wow.
So
Never
I
would have
was
guessed
I
you were
was
on there.
I was playing big games on that app. So, so like I found her profile or whatever, and like she I think either she wrote me first or I might have wrote her. I really don't remember how that all happened. I just know it happened on the app first. Oh, she was promoting. She was what was that movie, that TV show Scandal? They were having like Scandal nights at her restaurant. She was like, "Oh, you should come," type thing, and I was like, "I don't watch TV, so probably won't show up."
Don't fuck with that.
Yeah,
Nice try.
and I looked up where the address. I was like, "Well, that's up the street from the house, though." So I was like, "I gotta at least see this girl, right?" Um, because everything I wanted to say, I was in a real bad space. It was gonna be mean, so I just didn't write anything.
That's a good thing. Good
It's
call.
like I'm
Wouldn't be
very
married right now,
aware.
probably.
Exactly, I'm very aware of like how far my humor goes, and sometimes I'm not scared of it, but sometimes I'm like, this one might not be right. They don't know me, so let me not say this. But so yeah, so like it was like a invite out, but I was like, it's up the street, it won't hurt, whatever. I'll go see what's going on. So I showed up and she saw me. It was like, hey, oh, you made it, blah, blah, blah. And that's how we met. But like, I can't really say that the app, I guess the app brought us together.
I'm
But
about to say you wouldn't have known
it,
who she was without it.
it was so awkward because it was like I had no intentions on it. It was like if it wasn't up the street, we would have never.
It had
Like
been
I can
across town. You would have been on your own, shawty.
exactly, because if that had been somewhere deep in Oakland or Berkeley somewhere, I wouldn't have gone. But it was right up the street from the house. I was like, well, I walk past there every day from work, so why not? Didn't watch a lick of Scandal. I think that was the quickest. I probably got there because the Scandal show was probably over by the time I was walking in. So like I had a drink and then we met up somewhere else after that. I was like, oh, whatever. She was like, I never met nobody who watch Scandal, watch TV at all. You don't want to do nothing. I'm like, nah, I don't do none of that. A lot of people hate me because of that. I'm like, you boring. That's cool. I like it.
It's nice and mellow over here. I like
Mm,
it. I like
oh
it that
yeah.
way.
Yeah, no stress. I don't know about nobody else drama. Don't need to worry about nobody else drama.
Then
And
social media took off.
Scandal sounded like somebody else drama.
The name alone says that I don't need to be watching this. I like my peace, so I'm gonna pass on that. Thank you though.
For real.
No, but
Oh
I was
man.
thinking that though because I have 3 friends who have met their one is not married, but the other 2 are married. They met their partners on their husbands and potential future husbands, I guess, on the dating app. And then the crazy thing was we were talking about it. All 3 of them are like, yeah, we got they found their husbands on Tinder to be specific. We found them. We got on here because of you. Somebody had to tell me about the motherfucking app. Okay. So I didn't tell everybody about the app. And then everybody found a husband but me. That don't add up. That don't make sense.
Oh gosh.
So one of y'all helpers had to tell me
See
about this.
see, I think where you went wrong was you went on the app being serious. You get on there, play some games, stumble
Listen,
into
I
a
had the
relationship.
bare minimum because when I first started, I was like, "Oh, let me write this because I got personality, so let me show off my personality in this bio and stuff." And then I realized, like, niggas don't read what you. Your first picture, she cute. She got a full body picture. Okay,
It is completely
swipe
different.
right. This is it. Okay,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I take the time to read the bios. Let me give them some. Then I was like, fuck that. If you want to know, ask me a question.
Yeah.
This the basics. This how tall I am. This I know the last time I was on there, I was like, this how tall I am. This my zodiac sign. I'm a Southern Belle. Anything else you want to know, ask.
Yeah.
Did my Instagram. Go look it up and go see what I got going on over there. Cause I ain't about to do all this work, write out this full paragraph, and then so what do you do for a living? That was in my bio. Where do you live? That was in my bio. What do you like to
Yeah.
do for fun? That was in my bio. Nigga, you didn't read nothing. You just saw, oh, she cute. Let's swipe right.
Yep.
You don't
It's
have me doing
completely
all that effort.
different. Because women will read, so we got to come up with a lot of, okay, what do I want to type here? Because I ain't really doing shit. Alive, black. Nah, they could tell I'm black. I could delete that. Alive, happy, still.
Employed.
It well, sometimes
It don't have
employed.
to be employed. I know she want a man with a job just because I said I was employed. I didn't say when. I didn't say currently employed. Maybe that just meant I am employable.
Oh gosh, but the other crazy thing is when I think about it, because I've met 3 people on the app. She's the third. I've had great relationships with people I've met on apps. Everybody I've met in real life,
I have horror stories for those apps. Okay. Like, no.
that is
Each
so
time
weird.
there's always one. So I'm like, why are we going back on here again? Like, this is not where your person is. I can guarantee you that.
That's
He not on here. Because
that is
every time
crazy.
I have some good interactions, don't get me wrong. The good outweighs the bad, but the bad always stands out the most. Like,
Oh yeah.
worst one, I gotta tell this story. I'm gonna make it quick. So there was this one guy who was, I'm not, I like nice things, but I'm not the type to just be like, oh well, you gotta have this, you gotta come to the table with this. I like this, flash, material girl, all of that. No, I'm high maintenance, but I can maintain it. I'm learning to accept things. That inner 7-year-old. I'm learning to accept things from people. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not looking for you to come out the gate with, oh, I drive this type of car. I stay in this neighborhood. I got this type of place. And da da da. If that's the type of bait that you're putting out there, you can't be mad when you get the gold digger girl, because you're putting out there, oh, I got all this material shit. So then when you attract a material girl, don't be mad about that. So anyways, that stuff doesn't appeal to me, but it's cool if you got it. That's great. So he comes off with all of that stuff or whatever. And so what I used to do if they lived in the city, because I'm outside of the city, I would pick in between and let's go here. Who doesn't like margaritas? Let's go to a Mexican restaurant. End up meeting up. The Mexican restaurant is a legit Mexican restaurant, as in the menu is also in Spanish. And they speak in Spanish up in here.
Oh,
And they're about to close. So
oh God.
they didn't get to eat. They was about to close. So they was like, we could order food, but we couldn't sit down. He copped the attitude, whatever. And I was like, let's get up out of here. So we end up trying to find another restaurant. He's acting completely helpless, which I hate. Like, I'm supposed to be the damsel in distress. What the fuck are you over here? Like, I don't know what we're gonna eat. What are we gonna do? I'm like, you can't pick nothing. I don't know this area. Nigga, I don't either. I picked a place in between the both of us. Like, I don't live here. Yelp, Google. It's Applebee's over there. I mean, mind you, this nigga's been talking about all these. Oh, I go to Roof Chris for lunch. I be having Benihana's every Sunday, and you're talking about all these high ticket restaurants, but you took me to Applebee's. I don't like Applebee's. I'm not an Applebee's type of bitch. Don't you hit me with no 2 for $20. Okay, I am down to earth. I will eat most things, but Applebee's is not one of them things. So anyways, we get over there. It just, it was horrible. At one point I realized I am watching the game because they have the TVs in Applebee's. Mm-hmm. I'm watching the game. I'm on a date with somebody who I have never had a long conversation with. At the time, we'll say I'm 30. I don't know how old I was, but I have 30 years of life that you know absolutely nothing about. But I'm watching TV because you're not talking to me, trying to get to know me.
Oh no, it froze again. 30 years of life. Hello.
Oh. I'm swaying from side to side.
Okay,
I turned the Wi-Fi off on my phone. Okay.
30 years of life.
Like, I have 30 years of life that you know absolutely nothing about, and you're not asking me any questions. Like, and I'm like, you're still the guy. Like, you asked me out. That's how it will always work. I'm not going anywhere unless the man asks me out. So you invited me out. I picked the place, but you suggested that we meet. So you seemed as if you were interested. So why aren't you asking me questions? The waiter comes, and I remember at one point we had the conversation, like, because that would be my icebreaker. Like, what's the worst date situation that you've ever had being on this app? That will always be my question, because we could laugh about, oh, I had this crazy experience. Well, let me tell you about my crazy experience. And I remember when I asked him that question, he was like, I don't have, I don't have bad experiences. I just have lessons. So once I realized the date was completely trash, I sat there and I was like, so since you don't have bad dating experiences, what have we learned from this? The waiter comes over. He's like, no, I don't want to talk in front of the waiter. Oh, sir, it's fine. This is over with. You can go ahead. I remember we had this whole disagreement. He didn't want to pay for my food. See, that's why I'm glad I got my daddy in my life, because my daddy told me, don't you ever go nowhere where you can't and get nothing that you can't pay for, or, go anywhere where you don't have your own in case some shit like that happens. So he was basically like, you just weren't that interested in me, so I don't feel like I should pay for your food. Oh, that's fine, baby. Get the check. Put this in a box for me, please. I'm gonna pay. Since he don't want to pay for my shit, I'm paying for my own appetizer and my drink. Go ahead and box this up because I'm about to go. So what have we learned? I mean, everybody just ain't for you bullshit. Let's go. Like, what?
Oh my
no.
God.
What we let me tell you, okay? That was a horrible experience. I can laugh at it now, but at the time I was just like, and then let me tell you how fast this happened. I remember when I got to Applebee's, my daddy had called me and I was like, hey daddy, I'm on a date. I'm gonna call you when I leave. He was like, okay, have fun, be safe, da da da. I get back in the car and I call him and he like, damn, it's over with. Yup. I'm leaving out of the driveway of the Applebee's. I'm already blocking his number. And by the time I got on the interstate, I had deleted my profile and deleted my app. I was like, this is not the place for me. This is not where I'm supposed to be. Wow. No, he ruined it for the next couple years. I had to be off of them apps. So no, like I said, I did meet some cool people from off of there, but them negatives, boy, they are woo. Well, I got one more real quick, real short. I'm sorry, just last one. So I met this guy pre-pandemic, or was it early in no, it was actually in the pandemic. So when my grandmother passed, I decided I was going to, instead of actually, I'm going to process my grief like a normal person. I'm like, you know what I should do? Date. So I got on the dating apps, comforting myself with the attention from men or whatever. And I meet up with this guy. Then I end up like, no, I need to process my grief. I need to get off here, whatever. We only went on 2 dates. Fast forward to this year, we end up reconnecting. And we meet up, and when I met up with him, we met up at a bar and he was already tipsy. Oh man, you just left me. We were so good together. Like we went on 2 dates. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm just saying, we were supposed to be together. Like we had so much in common. Like, oh my God, we were supposed to be.
Oh, he liked you.
He liked me a whole lot.
He did.
But then in his drunkenness, he called me Heather. And I'm like, who the fuck is shit. Heather? He was combining Blondie Lockhart with Heather Locklear, blonde hair. What? I ain't never met nobody black named Heather. I'm going to just keep it 100. So I was like, I don't know. This is not going to happen again. Okay. This was great to reconnect and everything, but no, I'm not doing too much, am I? No, you're fine. You're fine. Go ahead and block that when I get in the car. Okay, let's. Yeah. That was quick. That was a mess, but it happened.
I've had some too. I can't even think of how they happened because one of them was really quick as well. I barely remember it though. I remember pulling up. I walked in. She came. And it was, however her conversation went, didn't work with me. And when I think back, I'm like, was it really that bad? But it was like females have a way of being aggressive and turning you off to where it's like, I don't even think that's what I want though. Like, why are you being like that? I don't know how to describe it, but like she literally came in there on some like, I am here to serve men, like my man type thing, and I'm like, that's all cool.
She was a pick me. That's what they call those. I'm going to say anything. The pick me is I'm going to say anything and everything I need to say so that way you will pick me, because I'm not like those other girls. I'm ready to submit. I'm a one man woman. I'll cook. I'll clean. I'll whatever. It doesn't have to be that specific, but usually when you see like like a woman that is going along with like a Kevin Samuels type rhetoric, those are usually pick me's, because it's like, see, I don't do that. I don't dress half naked on the internet. I cover up. So they'll say the stuff that men are supposed to like in women, and women what men want from respectable women. They say that, but hoes be out here winning. Cause come on.
Yeah, I'm like, I respect hoes. That's my thing. So I'm like, well, just be who you are.
Hoes
But
be out here having fun.
yeah, that's the best part. They don't have no stress. So like, so like, she was stressing me out literally. Like while we were there, it wasn't even that long. Like she got into that. Then lightweight remember her saying something about her father being a Black Panther, and he taught her some things that women should, like. It was just like, it was just too much for me. It was just like, you could have slowly diluted some of this until we got to know each other a little better. And I was just like,
Got out of here early. Mm-mm.
yeah, I was just like, nah, this ain't gonna happen. And we both ran out on that. Like, I think I irritated her because I have a really smart mouth, so I think I ended up saying something that upset her, and I was just like, well, that's all we needed.
Well, that was fun. All right. I would say until next time, but there won't be one. All right.
It was just crazy to me because it was like I said, nothing she said was like too crazy, but I didn't know what a pick me was either. So I was like, I just wasn't expecting her to come off like that from the get-go. It's like, no, like, how little independence? Like, I'm not the nigga to serve yet. Like, hold on with it.
I'm ready to wash your feet.
It was almost like that. I was like, this sounds amazing. Why do I not want this?
That was your antenna going off like, this bitch might be crazy. Hold up.
Man, yeah, it must have been. Yeah. And I've had another one that was kind of weird. I think she got upset with me because I didn't like want to watch a Goofy movie, which I enjoyed the movie. It's a
I was about to say, that's one of
the
my
movie.
favorites.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie. It's one of my favorites too. But like, we weren't like teenagers, right? So like, so like, she's talking about,
I watched it in January.
we went to a bowling alley, we had some drinks, and then the way she phrased it, she was like, that's like something like, that's how she traps her men with like a Goofy movie. Like, oh, I turned that on and then his own type thing. And I'm like, Goofy movie? I was like, I ain't the nigga to trap Goofy movie. Like, I love the movie. Don't get me twisted. As a child, I fully enjoyed that movie. But as a fully grown adult sitting here with you having a drink, I don't want no parts.
I ain't never tried a man to a movie, but to a Disney movie, but I have been tried. It was what was that movie? I think it was either Inside Out or Monsters University. And I was like, he is trying to get in my cookie jar with the Disney movie playing. I don't know how I feel about this. At least let it be like, certain movies that have like the sex scene in there, and it's like, oh, they're kissing on screen. Let us kiss. Let us rub on each other.
I'm sorry.
He over here, this girl over here going through her emotions and shit.
Fuck a movie, cook a meal. That's all I'm saying. Like, you didn't even bring up what the dish is to go with a Goofy movie. That might have swayed me a little different. Like, well, I mean, she do make a mean pasta al dente. So
I'm over here like eggplant parmesan. So we was both in the same realm of some pasta, something you can get from Olive Garden.
Something, She was just like, no, just this movie. And I'm just like, I don't think I like where this is going.
Wooed me with wine and Disney Plus. I was like, forgetting Netflix and chill, it was Disney Plus and dick. I was like, this is where am I at in my life where this is a thing? I didn't know this was a thing.
Oh gosh. Oh, and I could tell you, like, and I'm the worst when it comes to movies, so I'm gonna say this without saying too much. I was in a situation with a female, and Hamilton got put on, and it was all, I'm like, yo, I couldn't even get through the first 10 minutes before I fell asleep. I was,
I thought that was about to go a different direction. I couldn't get through the first 10 minutes before
no, not at
we was getting it
all.
popping. You was like,
Not at
no, I was popping
all.
these Z's. I was asleep.
Oh my gosh. And Hamilton ain't a short movie. The movie ended. And I think sometime after that, I was awakened. And then we got into it.
Had a good nap. I got some energy now.
Slept through the whole movie. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh,
It's like,
that
oh,
can't be.
yeah. That was a good nap. You ready? Okay, let's go. Them songs, girl. Them songs lulled me right on to sleep. I appreciate that, girl.
Oh my
You knew what you was
gosh.
doing.
Oh my god.
Get me a good nap so I'm good and energized for you. You smart. You smart. I like you.
Oh my gosh. I never forget that day. It was too. I wish I could go into more detail. It was just so funny to me. Like any other nigga in the world would have never fell asleep. I did not give a fuck.
It was your 48 hours. It had timed out, girl. You got a small window.
Oh gosh.
I'm about to get this nap though.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, them day naps, they definitely they weren't my thing, but I ain't gonna lie, I've used them and been had some successes, so I can't say that they're
You got a whole wife. So
terrible. Yeah, which still surprises me to this day. Like, man, like an app. I was like, I never thought I'd be the guy to have to say like, yeah, I'm in my wife on the app, but I don't
that's why
feel
you
bad
try to.
about saying it
I
either.
don't know. That's why you try to downplay it. Like, no, the app didn't bring us together. How else would you
Because
have been?
I think
You
for
walk past
me,
that restaurant every day and never went in there. So yes, the app brought y'all together, whether you want to
yeah.
admit it or not.
Yeah, I think just for me is because like I've been on the internet for so long and using all of this stuff to where it's like I didn't like it's always something where it's like I don't like this stuff, but because it becomes a part of culture, you end up using it anyways. Because I would have never continued to use the app, but it was like, well, I mean, ain't no other way to talk to people these days, I guess. I kept getting turned down in public. So like, well, guess I'm back into the app.
Yeah, yeah.
But like
There's your aggressive
but I
side.
also don't take things all the way serious too. So like I can understand being turned down in public. I probably give off a so it's like
Meh.
he go stress me out. No.
He looked like a headache. Let me go this way. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can understand that. Also forget the date now. I'll never forget this. So when I was young, trying to talk to women in person, I worked at this Best Buy in Florida, and this girl worked at the register. I worked somewhere else in the store, so I never really saw her. So one day I'm at the register about to buy some candy, and she's at the register. I'm like, oh shit, this is my opportunity. Then I'm gonna talk to her.
Shot shooter.
So I shoot my shot at the register, and she gave me the number. I'm shocked it worked. I'm like, okay. And then I go to call her. She never picks up, never responds or nothing. And I'm young, so I don't really know the proper way to like, am I supposed to call right away, call the next day, call, the same day, that night? I don't know what to really do. I think I'm 17, so I'm still learning the game. But anyway, I got the numbers and I'm juiced. You know what I'm saying? So the couple days go by, I ain't getting no response or nothing. But I'm seeing her at work. I'm like, she's showing up to work. Huh? I was like, well, she can't talk. Like, I don't understand. Like, this thing adding up. So one day I get back in line with her number that she wrote down. I get to the red. I don't have nothing to buy. I said, I'm here to make a return. I put a number. Said, shit ain't working. I left.
Wow. That's good. That's good. That was a good one.
She just looked at me, opened her mouth, and I just walked out the store. I was like, I got shit to say. Shit don't work. I don't know what to tell you.
Did you ever figure out like was it a fake number she gave you or what? Or you didn't even care. You just
I did not care.
how you got her back, it don't even matter.
It don't.
That was good. That was a good one.
Oh god,
I
yeah,
wish I had an opportunity to use that. That's good.
she was ready to scan something like your number, your handwriting.
Don't need this. Thank you.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, great episode today. Hello. What's his name?
Her name is
Her
Luna.
name.
Her
Hi,
name is
Luna.
Luna. Be
That's
wanting
a
to put a
beautiful
little bow in
name.
her head, but she don't like to cooperate. And then her hair doesn't grow that long either. So yeah, we just keep her in girl clothes and just
Okay.
remind people she's a girl.
Okay. I just
Love you,
found
fuzzy buddy.
a tracksuit I want to buy for our dog. I don't even like stuff like that, but I found an Adidas tracksuit. I was like, well, I'm not gonna not get it.
I need the link. I need the link
Oh, really?
because she needs a tracksuit. I see
Yeah.
so much stuff for her that I want to buy, and my sister's like, she don't need that. How you know? How you gonna tell her what the fuck she need? Like, she don't have it, so in my mind, yes, she does need it. Like,
Yeah,
well,
exactly. Oh, as much as
she
I
got
can't
her Easter
stand this,
dress.
as much as I can't stand this little dog, I do enjoy her. She make me smile, but as
Yeah, I
long as
got an
she's
Easter dress.
keep a distance, I'm happy.
I like you over there. Don't run up on me. Stay over there.
Oh my gosh.
But yes,
And
this was an amazing episode.
all right. Well, I'm happy we have returned. Oh
Back
gosh.
in this
Hope
bitch.
congratulations to your new client. I hope things are successful.
Yay! Thank you. Say, I
And
got your money so mama can buy me some more stuff I don't need.
I saw I don't know if it was real. They had a video of this lady who was clipping her dog's toenails and the dog was screaming like a whole person. It was,
Hmm.
I was like, is that real?
If it was a husky, if that was a husky, because my cousin used to have one of those, and they like to talk. They don't bark. They like to talk. So
They talk? What?
because they try to like almost like a parrot. They don't make. Sometimes it can sound like human words and stuff, but they'll more so ow wow 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 versus trying to bark at you. And it's like, are you trying to have a conversation with me? Go do what I told you to do. Like go sit down or whatever.
Ah,
So yeah. She
that's
doesn't
great.
make a whole lot of noise, praise Jesus, but she does not like getting her nails cut. And I just be like, well, this is happening. So get over it. Mhm. Do they need to be cut now? Because I need to do, I'm over here missing one. So I'm like, I need to do my nails and you get yours done too. She's not going to like it, but oh well. You ain't about to scratch me. So it's
I
happening.
wonder what it is they don't like about it. It seems if it don't hurt, but I don't know.
I
I don't
know
know what they
for.
thinking.
I know with people just getting used to the electric file, it's a different sensation when you're not used to that being on your hand. So I can just imagine with them, it's a different sensation on their little paws. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing I can
Oh,
think of.
okay. That could make sense. Yeah.
And then also being restricted because I have to hold her like how she was sitting up right here, and then I'm holding her paw and then doing it, and she can't
Yeah.
run away like she wants to. So yeah, I think that's part of it too.
Yeah, my dog just got comfortable with the vacuum cleaner because we used to have one of them big crazy vacuum cleaners with the cord and everything. As soon as you turn it on, she run to a room where it ain't. And now we got them little small cordless one, and she hear it now, and she be like, "That ain't gonna do shit."
That one ain't gonna suck me up, so it's okay. That other one, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, probably because it's got that big bag on it. So they probably I
She
get
like
it
that
now.
look like I can fit enough, so let me
I
stay away
never,
from that.
I never thought about that. That's probably what they think.
Either that or I know like the sound, how loud it is, like that. They got
Oh,
the
that
heightened hearing and stuff.
that's true because I have a portable vacuum, and when I vacuum my car outside, every dog start barking. It's like, damn, is it because of this? Soon as I hit the power burn, I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want to vacuum no more. This is annoying now.
You're like, we know what that is. Turn that shit off.
And they be like, it sound like they way far away from me too. Just like, you can hear this. Oh my gosh. All right. So once again, thank you for tuning in to the Domestic Athlete Training Podcast with your host Anthony T, and
Blondie Lockhart.
right here on the Oakland Sunshine Network. And until next time, until next what is Sunday? My bad.
I was
Till
about to say,
next. I
but we don't
don't
know when
know.
the next
I
time
don't
is.
know why I wanted to say Tuesday for some reason. Until next Sunday. Love life. Love life. All of that. Ay, ay, ay.